India's independence and the subsequent partition in 1947 marked a turning point in the nation's history and led to one of the largest mass migrations in human history. The partition resulted in the creation of two separate nations, India and Pakistan, with the predominantly Hindu India and Muslim-majority Pakistan divided along religious lines. This division unleashed a wave of communal violence and forced millions of people to abandon their homes and embark on perilous journeys to new territories. The migration that followed the independence and partition of India was marked by immense human suffering, bloodshed, and communal tensions. As the borders were drawn, people found themselves on the wrong side of the newly formed nations, leading to a sense of fear, insecurity, and communal polarization. Hindus and Sikhs in newly formed Pakistan feared persecution, while Muslims in India faced a similar predicament. As the violence escalated, countless lives were lost, and cities and villages were ravaged. Massacres, abductions, and forced conversions became tragically common, further fueling the panic and desperation among the affected populations. The situation became so dire that many individuals and families felt compelled to leave their ancestral homes and embark on treacherous journeys to what they perceived as safer territories. The migration took various forms. Some families chose to undertake arduous journeys on foot, often enduring extreme weather conditions and lacking basic necessities such as food and water. Others opted for overcrowded trains and buses, leading to chaotic and sometimes fatal situations. Tragically, numerous incidents of violence and communal clashes occurred during these journeys, further exacerbating the already dire situation. The migration was not just a physical displacement, it also led to a profound social and cultural upheaval. Families were torn apart, communities were fragmented, and lifelong friendships were severed. The sense of loss, trauma, and displacement experienced by the migrants was profound, with many facing immense challenges in rebuilding their lives in unfamiliar territories. The governments of India and Pakistan struggled to handle the magnitude of the migration crisis. Refugee camps were set up, but they were often overcrowded and lacked adequate resources to meet the basic needs of the displaced populations. The task of rehabilitating the refugees and ensuring their safety was an enormous challenge that persisted long after the initial migration wave. The migration following India's independence and partition had a lasting impact on the social fabric of both nations. It led to a significant demographic transformation, with the displacement of millions of people and the resettlement of refugees in new regions. The scars of communal violence and displacement continue to shape the collective memory and identities of affected communities, leaving a lasting legacy of trauma and division. In conclusion, the migration that occurred after India's independence and partition in 1947 was a tragic chapter in history. It resulted in widespread violence, forced displacement, and immense human suffering. The scars of this migration continue to affect the social, cultural, and political landscapes of both India and Pakistan, underscoring the importance of learning from history and fostering peace and harmony among diverse communities. Alright folks, for more videos subscribe to Oddity and hit that bell icon too. Adios.